Opening! Oh. Wie viel will ich noch nicht sagen? Ich will noch nichts vorwegnehmen. Das ist gerade das Ding. Ich wollte gerne mal sagen zu dem, was so passiert, aber ich wollte halt einfach was vorwegnehmen. Das will ich gerade nicht. Also lass ich's. Ich meine das Outfit vom Vieh, was man gerade kurz gesehen hat. Cooles Outfit. Achso, ne, das heißt natürlich auch, ne, Vita wird auch eine Hexe sein. Ich bin sehr offensichtlich, dass sie und Emma halt eine große Connection haben. Oh, McBurn. McBurny Burn. Oh, die ist ja auch. Ja, ich sag nichts dazu. Ich sag nichts zu der 2 nur Ryan, die man da gerade kurz gesehen hat. Willst du es? Ich glaube, wir werden sein altes Zimmer.
セリーヌか。それにやっぱりこの部屋。温泉郷ユミル。また帰ってきたんだな。少しぼんやりしているけど。じゃあ峡谷でのことは。
何よ、寒いわね。
Weil gerade neben dem Fenster aufgegangen ist.
ってあんた目を覚ましたんだ。
ああ、ついさっきな。そちらも無事だったか。
まあね、ついつい二度寝しちゃったけど。
エリゼ、おはようってそろそろ昼になりそうだけど。あ、
兄様、目が覚めたんですね。本当によかった。デートがあんなことになって、兄様も行方がわからなくなって。私
エリゼ、すまない。心配をかけてしまったな。
いいえ、いいえ。私信じていましたから。兄様がきっと無事でいるって。おかえりなさい、兄様。
ああ、ただいま。 本当にありがとうな。
朝からお暑いですわね。
Natürlich ist es wirklich die erste Hüdelei, die von einfach wieder so richtig kommt, eine und die zwei zu teasen. Natürlich.
姫様。おはようございます。リーンさん、エリゼも。
ああ、お邪魔させてもらってるぜ。
アルフィン殿下、トバルさんも。やっぱり夢なんかじゃないんですね。
もちろん現実ですわ。抱きしめたエリゼの感触が何よりの証拠じゃありませんか。もう姫様。
まあ目を覚まして何よりだ。どうだ体の調子は。どこかお前さんあれから一晩眠りっぱなしだったんだぜ。
ええ、とりあえず大事はないみたいです。トバルさん、助けていただいてありがとうございました。
あのアーツはなかなかいいタイミングだったわね。一応お礼を言っとくわ。
どういたしまして。
When does realization hit?
とにかくお嬢さん方を泣かせずに済んで何よりさ。
トバルさん。
Okay, bisher hat noch keiner kommentiert, dass gerade eine Katze mit ihm gesprochen hat. Was ist hier finally up?
父さん、母さんも。
Warum sind die beiden nicht gevoiced? Hello, Reen. It's wonderful to see you back home. I imagine you have plenty of questions running through your mind, but first and foremost, it's getting you something to eat. You can discuss what to do from here on out after that. Die Juppies bisher auch noch keiner gefragt hat, warum Celine gerade gesprochen hat. Wir kriegen erstmal einen schönen View von Ymir. Und Ymir sieht nice aus. Ymir ist ein hübsches kleines Dorf. It's been a month now since the so-called Noble Alliance occupied Hamdare. At present, they have effectively all of the nation's major cities under their control. The Imperial Army tried what they could to stop their advances, but the majority of the forces have already been defeated. I had a feeling that would be the case. Nothing else, at least you two are safe. We returned the destroyer when the capital was occupied, so we were caught up in the chaos too. There's only thanks to Thor appearing and rescuing us that we are sitting here now. What are you doing there, Thor? I got an urgent request to escort Her Highness and Miss Elise to safety. As soon as I got that, I booked it there as fast as I could. I'd never turn down a personal request from Prince Olivier, you know? True, but ich auch nicht. Prince Olivier asked you? Well, that explains it. He kindly escorted us out of the capital, successfully aiding the Noble Alliance's attempt to pursue us. And roughly 10 days later, we were able to reach Ymir. I'm just so glad that you made it here safely. Fortunately, the previous His Majesty, the Emperor, and the Crown Prince Cedric fell into the Alliance's hands. The official story is that both of them have been taken into protective custody, so they are both rumored to be safe. Our Prince Olivier's whereabouts currently remain unknown. That's not even a confirmation that he's safe somewhere? That's more than a little worrying. You needn't be so concerned, I'm sure he's perfectly well. Knowing Olivier, ja, dem wird's wahrscheinlich gut gehen. Der wird irgendwo wieder seine Späßchen treiben und irgendwelchen Leuten gerade mit seiner Ukulele nerven. Oder, nee, was eine Ukulele oder eine Laute? Ich glaube Laute. You made it through the chaos on the bear the last year and a half, so you know, it's always been a resilient one. As for Cedric, father and mother, I'd like to believe they're alright too. I'm sure they are, Your Highness. I'm worried about the Imperial family as much as anyone. But if you don't mind me interjecting, you'd imagine you're probably most concerned about what happened to Trista and Force. Lucky for you, we managed to get some info on that front. Please, tell me everything you know. What's happening over at the Academy? Is everyone alright? I don't think this will come as much of a shock to you, but both Trista and Thors Military Academy are completely under the Noble Alliance's forces' control now. They were both taken over not long after the war began. Oh. Green. I'm not sure about it. I didn't want to believe it was true. What about the students and our instructors? Honestly, I wish I had more I could tell you. There's rumors that they resisted being occupied as long as they could, but not much more than that. Try not to let concern get the best of you. It's early to presume the worst has happened. Yeah, I'm a Flavor Schwarzer here. On the contrary, some rumors would even suggest the opposite. What rumors? Word has that a number of students and staff are unaccounted for, and the Noble Alliance is still trying to find them. And that means some of them managed to escape? Well, rumors are rumors. Still, your classmates and Sarah have more than gotten their feet wet at this point. I can't see them being taken down easily. They all sound pretty good if you ask me. What say you? What else can I say? I'd have to agree. Celine? I couldn't tell you where she is right now, but Emma's still alive, that's guaranteed. You can tell? We're familiar, so we've got a link of some kind between us. If anything were to happen to her, just me, I don't know about it. I know is that she's alive though, nothing else. How peculiar. Okay, anscheinend wurden die Introductions für Celine schon vorher irgendwann mal gemacht. Alright, there's no point assuming the worst, when there's every chance that it hasn't happened. So try keeping the faith, alright? Think of it this way, we're probably just as worried about you as you are for them, and yet here we are, safe and sound. You've got a point, actually. Safe and sound, and you may very well be, but you're hardly in peak condition. Take a chance to stay home for a time and recover your strength. Who are you when I could pay everyone a visit? The village has been eagerly awaiting your recovery. Oh, that's true. I think they'd all be delighted to see you. And if you'd like, I'd be happy to accompany you. Thanks for the concern, Reese, but I'll be fine on my own, honest. Sounds like a good idea, Mom. I think I'll choose just that. As in prologue, the depths of despair. As for Elise and Princess Elfin have already gone out. Like Mom said, it might not be a bad idea to follow suit. This could be a good chance to walk around the village and collect myself a bit. Am Zeichen, wenn es eine schwarze Menschen? Dann gucken wir mal. Die Frage ist, wo sind sie? Ah. All the Empire major cities are under the control of the Noble Alliances now. They've been so focused on those, they haven't had the time to deal with frontier regions like ours. Thankfully, this means that Ymir hasn't felt the full impact of civil war. It does seem that way. I was relieved to see how little has changed, and as Snowfall's the only real difference compared to my last visit. By the way, I see you chose not to join the Noble Alliance. Is everything alright on that front? Well, I've never wanted anything to do with the Noble faction to begin with. There's always a chance they will try to invite me to join, but I'm confident I can talk my way out of it. I would consider that I can't get in touch with Count Asset, however. You can't? Did something happen over in Legra? Or maybe even the Courageous? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, but it's Viscount Asset we are talking about. He'll be fine. You guys, I'm just trying to make sure that you're well prepared for anything. Es ist, die Wahrscheinlichkeit ist auch sehr hoch, dass Ozzy gerade mit ODW unterwegs ist. Especially since our duties have expanded to sheltering Her Highness. That's true. The Highness already has His Majesty and the Crown Prince, so it's safe to assume they want Princess Alphen as well. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help make your job easier. More than happy to help. Of course, I'm sure I'll be counting on you in the days to come. Still, start with trying not to rush things. You shouldn't have to jump to thinking. You need to shoulder more than your fair share of responsibility. There's only so much burden that one person can bear. Do you think I'm shouldering too much? Admittedly, those are Master Cafe's words and not mine, but I get across what I want to say well enough. And whether I think it or not, this is a good chance for you to get some well-earned rest. Ready to make the most of it, alright? Sure, thanks Dad. Ich meine, die Ruhe können wir gebrauchen. Wir haben einen Monat lang gerade halbwegs lebenskritische Kondition gechillt. Ich glaube, ein bisschen extra Ruhe können uns echt nicht schaden. Oh, that smells delicious. Wait a second, is that Finden stew? Your favorite. Your father said that he wanted you to have a nourishing dinner. So he went and called one himself. Really? Well, we should thank him later. Speaking of food, you've got a lot going on here. It smells amazing. Well, the circumstances may not be ideal, but it's been too long since we last dined together as a family. And ever since Aaron has arrived, it's been so lively that I feel like I've gained a second order. Times like these are when a mother has to put the best foot forward, don't you think? You're really a perfect mother. Even at times like these, you're right here, ready to warmly welcome us home with open arms. I can see that ever changing. Eben das zweite Mal, dass es random wäre, die Katze jetzt so wäre, ich gerade am Lesen mit Blende, einfach jemand reinkommt, mir was auf den Tisch legt. Oh, good. If only I were half as good as a son as you are my mom. Mom, is something wrong? Oh, that's not true at all. I had no idea what was going on with you and your sister. I worried myself sick. At times, I felt as though my chest was going to burst from it all. But believing that you two would come back to me safely was the key to keeping myself together. With that in mind, I could focus instead on getting this house ready to welcome you both home. Mom. Whatever doubts you may have about your place in this family, as long as you're here in this house, you're a son. If you're feeling down or afraid, you can always find comfort in my arms. And then, once you've found the strength to keep going, you can pick things back up right where you left them. Thanks, Mom. Makes you feel a lot better now. I look forward to dinner tonight. And make sure you have a good appetite for it, alright? Nor is there. Ja, können wir gleich mit der Lisa und Selima noch reden, welche von sind. Oh, here are these. I was expecting to find you two together.
外は冷えますから温かいミルクをご馳走しようかと。
Okay, das ist wieder gewollt. Gut.
お構いなくって言ってるんだけどね。私はここの湯気に当たってるだけで十分だわ。そういうわけには。何せ兄様を救っていただいたご恩がある方でもありますし。
She saved my life. And when exactly did this happen?
別に私が言ったんじゃないわよ。なんだか 勝手にそう受け取ってるみたいで。兄様？
Nope, not a thing.
でも本当、恩人とか言うのはやめてちょうだい。どっちかっていうと、あんたには借りもあるわけだし。借り？なんでもないわ。いい感じにぬるめてあるし、ありがたくごちそうになるわね。
Being on it, didn't Elise later say she spotted a cab when she went into your schoolhouse? Ah, true. Mm-hmm. It better not have been who I think it is.
別に危害を加えようとして連れ込んだわけじゃないわよ。あんたが試しの扉に中途半端に反応していたからじれったくなったというか。
I can't believe you, she called it.
あのガーディアンは本来関係ない人間は襲わないんだって。その証拠にあの子を前にしても微動だにしてなかったでしょ。エマにも散々怒られたし悪かったとは思ってるわよ。
You sorry, you?
とにかく私セリーヌさんには本当に感謝しているんです。里にいらっしゃる間はお世話させていただきますから何でもおっしゃってくださいね。いや、本当お構いなくでいいから。それとなんというか悪かったわね。
Wieso aber eins und eins nicht zusammenzählt? Aber wahrscheinlich hat es auch Celine damals nicht richtig erkannt. Well, she does surely seem to regret what she did. At least it didn't come to any harm. I guess I'll let her off this time. I really do have one amazing little sister. Compared to her, I'm... Ah ja, das ist die Character-Tab wieder. Der Shop nochmal. Shop am Factory. Wir müssen ja wieder Bücher suchen und sammeln. Genau. Man kann ich mich mal zum Sell für ein bisschen Money. Okay, die haben wir noch. Ein Gamma Jack Rolling One haben wir auch noch. Wie sieht's mit aus? Ganz gut. Aber das Scopes werden jetzt das toll. Ansonsten. One of each, würde ich mal wieder sagen. Haben wir unsere Open Factory, ne? Also. Erst später. Und dann gehen wir zum Pub erstmal. Beziehungsweise wir lesen erstmal Books, genau. Imperial Chronicle. Und ja, es gibt Gambler Jack, die Reprints. Und es gibt Gambler Jack Part 2. Imperial Chronicle. Breaking. Martial law in Heimdall lifted. The remaining capital of Heimdall has been in a state of chaos since the late Chancellor's address, but appears to be coming too close to in full to the tireless efforts of the Noble Alliance. The Alliance has officially announced its hasty defeat over the rebels lurking within the city's bounds, as well as declared that the elements in the former Imperial army who plotted rebellion have been all but stamped out. As a result, martial law in the city has finally been lifted, with Noble Alliance Supreme Commander Duke Cayenne confidently stating, "The capital safety is now assured." Noble Alliance's Supreme Commander Du Kayan. Er hat sich natürlich wieder einen schönen Titel ausgesucht, ne? Noble, ey. That one of the pillars of the Empire's security would start a rebellion to begin with has been a shock to the nations as a whole, and a heavy sense of dread grows among the citizens. The situation is not without its positives, however. As Alliance forces have randomly sworn to continue safeguarding the city. Upon reaching out for comment, they claim their actions were merely a part of one's duty. One can only hope that blazing our trust in these brave men and women will mark a turning point in returning peace to our great nation. What of the rebels? It is certain that the rebels responsible for organizing the uprising are far more less than is currently known, and the Noble Alliance is working day and night to both find and apprehend all those who had any involvement with this unconscionable act of treason. It is also suspected that the recent assassination of former Chancellor Gilead Osborne may have been the work of the rebels as well. A reliable source told us, while our investigation is still underway, we believe there is far more to all of this than initially anticipated. Ja, nicht nur so, dass die Noble Alliance das eigentlich in Auftrag gegeben hat, so ziemlich. As it stands, a number of armies' armored divisions are continuing to act in a manner truly unfit for citizens of the Empire, beginning instigating conflict against Alliance forces stationed across the country. The same thoughts are no doubt running through the minds of every Arabonian citizen. What would possibly inspire such a clear act of betrayal towards His Majesty? At what point will the guilty parties come forward and surrender? We have the Imperial Chronicles say, only time will tell. Inside here, the Imperial family rests. In light of recent events, the Imperial family is expected to remain inside Wellflame Palace in comfort. The Imperial household agency has reassured the public that this move is only for security reasons, but those close to the family have expressed concerns, speculating the true reason to be that they may be deeply distressed by the current chaotic state of the nation. At least one member of the Noble Alliance has reached out to us to further clarify the Imperial family's position, relying His Majesty's instruction to do what must be done for the sake of the Empire. As of this publication, the only member of the Imperial family unaccounted for is the Zionist Prince Olivier. Fearing for his safety, the Noble Alliance has assured it is leaving no stone unturned in its efforts to locate him. Report: the Soldats unveiled. The new weapons being developed to ensure the safety of the remaining capital, now known as Panzer Soldats, were formally unveiled in a private press event. Standing at 7 acre tall, the manned behemoths were immediately met with an overwhelmingly positive reception, being welcomed both as a symbol of his strength and as a perfect weapon for keeping Erebonia's people protected. Some have referred to the Soldats as Knights of Justice, and indeed, the memory of them fighting battle after battle to prevent the rebels' uprising is still fresh in our minds. The Noble Alliance is planning to station them throughout the Empire to aid in the fight against enemy forces. Breaking! The Croatian province almost fully under control. The Croatian province may be the first to fully eradicate all rebellious elements if a recent announcement is any indication, but the battles are still ongoing within the province borders. Their end seems to only be a matter of time. The source connected to the forces confided that the hopes His Majesty will be proud of our work, further expressing how his men were wholly dedicated to the elimination of the rebels in the region. Regrettably, a large number of villages and towns have been caught up in the conflict, giving us one more reason to pray this war comes to an end as soon as possible. Notice: information on wanted persons needed. A large number of persons believed to have some connections to the rebellion are wanted, including members of the Railway Military Police. Wahrscheinlich Claire und die anderen. Officers in parts of the Imperial Army. In other parts of the Imperial Army. Die vielleicht also primär von der Reformist Factions angehören. Politicians in former Reformist Faction. Da wird wahrscheinlich auch Machias' Vater drunter sein. And even a small number of students. Potenziell unsere eigenen Klassenkameraden. For the good of our nation's security, citizens with any information at all that could lead to their capture are urged to come forward and inform a member of the Noble Alliance forces to their local provincial army as soon as possible. Und ja, vielleicht, wer weiß, vielleicht liegt unter der Imperial Army jetzt hier vielleicht auch Müller, der Bodyguard von Olivier. Vielleicht auch die anderen Banders, vielleicht Elliots Vater, who knows, who knows. Neidhart, maybe. Das sind so alles so potenzielle Leute, die ich direkt on the top of my head einfach so sagen können, die sie wahrscheinlich suchen. Eigentlich so ziemlich eigentlich alles, was unsere Freunde sind, gefühlt. Und ja, die lassen es so klingen, als würden wir zu den Rebellen und Terroristen gehören. How the tables have turned. Coffee pancakes. I take those. Kann ich noch gucken, weil du einen Shop hast. So ist doch viel Stuff da. So.
とにかくお前さんを無事に助け出せてよかったよ。お嬢さんや公女殿下も随分心配していたしな。
Here I can tell, I already do appreciate coming for me though. I was pretty far off from the town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. Just goes to show what places can do, I guess.
それなんだ。実はお前さんの場所は俺が突き止めたんじゃなくてな。おととい、俺のアークス宛てにいきなり通信があったんだ。一方的にお前さんのいる場所を事細かに教えてくれて、そのまま切れちまってな。
Sus.
念のため調べに行ってみたら、案の定お前さんがいたわけさ。
Irgendwie sehr sus. Oh, that's strange. Oh,
見当もつかないな。聞き覚えのない声だったし。いや、どこかで聞いたことがあったような、なかったような。
Come on.
ま、こっちの方はこれ以上考えても仕方ないか。今はまさに起こってる内戦の方が問題だろう。
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much? We've been trying. We're pretty limited in what we can do. Partly because we've all been split up since the war broke out. I don't even know if any of the others in Erebonia are okay, so included. Und Crossbill kann nicht helfen, weil Crossbill hat gerade seine eigenen Probleme, um die er sich kümmern muss. Who is Toast? HO3, who is Toast? It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away. Sure as, not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage, but the Imperial Army is showing no signs of surrendering to them, particularly in a few regions across the country. Same. Oh, and one other thing you might hear. We've been getting reports of a few Jäger Corps taking part in the war too, even members of Ouroboros. Das wäre dann Sever, Le Blanc, Vita. Maybe the Lance Maiden? Aber ja. Ouroboros, the secret society? That's the one. Yes, being blind in Erebonia is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days. As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. That's what they do best. Then there's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with flowers right now. Crossbill's full of them too. There's so much to freak out about these days, it could drive you insane. So, can I find your blade without me dumping all of this on you? Try saving all of those bad thoughts you got piling out for another day, okay? You need to focus on relaxing. You can decide what you want to do after that. Yeah, sure. Think so? You're probably right. You're just a fan of good advice, huh? I've just got a few years worth of life experience on you, that's all. Oh, and while I'm giving you good advice, why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way to clear your head. You probably would. Hasn't let me down before. Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later. Come on. Doing Phoenix Wings, da gibt's aber direkt ein Event. Gucken wir mal rein. Wer chillt hier? Frage, wer chillt hier? Achso, der Koch. Oh, it's ruined. Your colors are not looking half bad. If you're looking any worse, I was gonna have you drink some of the new vegetable juice I've been concocting. I'm perfectly fine without, thank you. How many new recipes have you made since I've been away? Here, creativity is infinite, Reen. I'm always striving to make the finest dishes in the land. You're brushing up your own cooking skills at the academy, aren't you? Yeah, my class wasn't cooking for ourselves. Oh, wait a sec, where did my recipe book go? Did you lose it? I guess so. All kinds of different recipes written down too. Well, you went out of your way to come and see me. I suppose it's the least I can do. Like this. This isn't your recipe book? This is spares I had laying around, so go ahead and use it. I know how much it hurts to start from scratch again, so I threw in your recipe to dry. Here's some ingredients too. This is what it is. Someone used to bring me while I was training. You sure it's okay for me to just take these? Oh, absolutely. I hope to see what you came to understand the joys of cooking while you're at the academy. And besides, taking the time to enjoy cooking should help to lift your spirits somewhat. It's a simple recipe, so why not go and make it with your family? Thank you very much, then. Right. Ja, müssen wir natürlich das ganze Notizbücher wieder kriegen, wie am Anfang von jedem Game. Typical Prologue stuff für Kisagi. She's praying so intently. Thinking about it, she must be even more distressed right now than I am.
Lee-san! 昨日と比べたらだいぶ顔色もいいみたいですね。
I feel lost, but actually, thanks. What about you? Are you managing alright here? Guessing life in a tiny village like this is harder than you're used to. If there's anything I can do to make things easier for you, though, don't hesitate to let me know.
そんな、とんでもない。素晴らしい温泉に風情ある雪景色。ルシアおばさまのお料理も絶品ですし、この上なく堪能させていただいてますわ。
Immerhin einer, der seine Situation enjoyed.
さすがは我が親友、エリゼが生まれ育った場所ですね。
I'm happy to hear you say that. Still.
予想外のサプライズでリーンさんとも会えましたし、あ、セリーヌさんなんていう喋る不思議な猫さんともお知り合いになれました。できればリーンさんが乗ったという灰色の騎士にも会ってみたいのですけど、今は眠っているのでしたっけ？いつ目を覚ますのかしら。
Oh, you will see you soon enough. Well. As I'm the last person who has any right to say this, but there's no need to force yourself to bring up and put on a brave face. I know how worried I am about my classmates, so I can only imagine how you must feel.
リーンさん。すみません。皇族の一員としてこの程度のことで心乱すなんてあってはならないのに。お父様やお母様、セドリックやお兄様のことを考えると、あの恐ろしい日、セドリックと朝ちょっとした喧嘩をしたんです。夜には仲直りしようと思っていたのに、あんなことになってしまって、私
Ja, mit Cedric wird sowieso nochmal noch ganz interessant werden, aber you will see. I'm sure he won't hold it against you. You'll be able to make up with him next time you see him. I'm sure there will be still will be sooner than you think too. But in the meantime, there's no need to force yourself to seem like being apart from them isn't bothering you. Alright or not, no one will blame you for being worried or upset. And every single one of us here wants to do what they can to help you.
ありがとうございます。もう大丈夫です。私よりも妹さんに優しくしてあげないと。せっかくの兄弟水入らずの機会、横取りしてはエリゼに悪いですし。
Why? I mean, it's true that she's a little more dependent on me than you'd expect for a girl her age. But it doesn't mean she needs me hovering around her all the time. And again, she did seem more shaken up than usual. Maybe you're right, I could try and cheer her up while I stay again.
そういう意味ではなくて。もう、リーンさんはずるいです。
Ich glaube nicht, dass es ganz checkt, aber hey.
やっぱり私もリーン兄様と呼ばせてください。
Why? Ja, oblivious oder Reen, wenn es um Frauen geht. Aber auch nur, wenn es um Frauen geht mit seinen Gefühlen zu ihnen und nicht, wenn es um Frauen geht mit Gefühlen allgemein. Aber hey.